Lights, cameras, scandal. Welcome to the wildest celebrity trial shaking up Hollywood, where Sean Diddy Combs, once the untouchable king of hip-hop, bad boy records, and star-studded red carpets, now faces a courtroom showdown that's more explosive than any Billboard chart topper. Picture this: A-listers, Grammy winners, and insiders peeling back the velvet curtain on Diddy's glittering empire to reveal a world of dark secrets. From penthouse suites to shadowy hotel rooms, allegations of coerced sex, rampant drug use, brutal violence, and iron-fisted control paint a chilling portrait of a mogul who allegedly ruled through fear. This isn't just a trial, it's a Tinseltown thriller, a saga of power and betrayal that's captivated the world. The prosecution's case is unloading bombshell after bombshell, each one more shocking than the last, and we're here to take you inside every jaw-dropping moment. Buckle up, because the federal racketeering case against Diddy is a roller coaster of revelations, and every detail is drop-dead serious. The federal government accuses Sean Combs of masterminding a criminal enterprise built on coercion, exploitation, and silence. The charge: racketeering, a legal sledgehammer aimed at dismantling what prosecutors call a web of orchestrated sexual encounters dubbed freakoffs, widespread drug distribution, physical abuse, and threats that kept victims in line. The evidence is staggering. Audio recordings that send chills down your spine, surveillance footage capturing desperate escapes, photographs of bruises and firebombed cars, and gut-wrenching testimonies from ex-girlfriends, assistants, escorts, and even a rapper whose life was upended by a Molotov cocktail. This is the unfiltered story, straight from the Manhattan courtroom, of what the government says unfolded behind Diddy's closed doors, a tale of glamour twisted into terror. Cassie Ventura, the radiant singer who skyrocketed to fame under Diddy's bad boy records, took the stand with a testimony that left the jury reeling. At just 19, she signed a 10-album deal, stepping into Diddy's orbit with dreams of stardom. Their romance began in Miami, sparked by a Blue Dolphin ecstasy pill Diddy allegedly gave her, a moment she thought signaled exclusivity. But Diddy soon shattered that illusion, declaring, "I'm Puff Daddy, and Puff Daddy has many women." What followed, Cassie testified, was a relationship suffocated by control and punctuated by violence, a far cry from the glitzy music videos and red carpet smiles. Diddy dictated every facet of her appearance: her clothes, her smile, her nails, French tip or white only, her tan. He criticized her hairstyle, once sneering she looked too Mexican, and pushed for breast implants. When she failed to meet his exacting standards, Cassie said the consequences were swift and brutal. She recalled being struck in the face, Diddy barking, "Fix your face," or "Watch your mouth," his words as sharp as his fists. The most harrowing part of Cassie's testimony centered on the freakoffs, sexual encounters she described as meticulously choreographed nightmares. These weren't spontaneous trysts, but staged productions, with Diddy as the director. Hotel rooms were transformed with specific lighting, and staffers warmed Johnson's baby oil in hot water sinks to ensure a glistening effect. Cassie testified that these sessions could stretch across 3 to 4 days, consuming 10 large bottles of baby oil per marathon. Diddy, she said, controlled every detail, demanding she reapply oil every 5 minutes if she appeared dry. Male escorts, paid $1,500 to $6,000 in cash, were handpicked by Cassie from Craigslist and Backpage.com, following Diddy's explicit preference for black males with large penises. The encounters followed a grim script: masturbation, touching, oral sex, all under Diddy's watchful eye. Most disturbing, Cassie alleged, Diddy insisted escorts ejaculate on her, then spread the semen across his chest or nipples, a ritual she endured without consent. The jury gasped as she described Diddy and escorts urinating on her, including one incident where an escort's urine filled her mouth, causing her to choke. She insisted she never agreed to this, but it was a turn-on for Diddy. The aftermath was chaos. Oil, wax, urine, sweat, and blood from menstruating smeared across walls, furniture, and sheets. One hotel, the Intercontinental in New York, slapped Diddy with a massive cleaning fee to redecorate the ravaged room. To survive these ordeals, Cassie turned to drugs: ecstasy, cocaine, marijuana, ketamine, mushrooms, all allegedly supplied by Diddy. She testified they weren't for partying, but to numb the trauma, a desperate shield against the degradation. Surveillance footage shown in court captured Cassie fleeing a hotel room barefoot, clutching her purse, bag, and phone, contradicting Diddy's bail hearing claim that he was chasing her to retrieve his belongings. She confirmed an escort named Jules was in the room, a potential witness who could corroborate her story. Resistance, Cassie said, only fueled Diddy's rage. She was pulled to the ground, too many times to count, each struggle escalating his violence. The jury's discomfort was palpable, with one black male juror shaking his head at Diddy during her urination testimony, while a black female juror looked stunned, her face registering disbelief and disgust. Misa Hilton, mother of Diddy's son Justin, walked out of the courtroom unable to stomach the details. An audio recording played in court added another layer of menace. Cassie's voice, described as menacing and thuggish, threatened to kill someone who claimed to have her sex tapes. "I'm going to fuck you up. Someone else is going to do it," she said, her words dripping with desperation. Prosecutors argued this reflected the fear and coercion she faced, a young woman pushed to the edge by Diddy's alleged threats to expose her most private moments. Regina Ventura, Cassie's mother, brought a parent's anguish to the stand. In December 2011, Cassie returned to their Connecticut home with bruises on her back and thigh, confessing Diddy had beaten her. Regina's voice trembled as she read a chilling email from Cassie, detailing Diddy's threats to release 2 explicit sex tapes, one around Christmas, another soon after, and to have someone physically harm her and rapper Kid Cudi, specifying he'd be out of the country when it happened. Regina revealed Diddy demanded $20,000 from her family, claiming it was money he'd spent on Cassie after discovering her relationship with Cudi. The Venturas, strapped for cash, took out a home equity loan to pay, only for the money to be mysteriously wired back 4 days later through Bad Boy Records' bookkeeper. The timing raised eyebrows. Extortion or coincidence? The jury leaned in, weighing the implications. Jane Roe, another ex-girlfriend, testified about her own descent into Diddy's alleged world of coercion from 2021 to 2024. Her freakoffs unfolded in hotels, Diddy's Miami mansion, and even her Los Angeles home, grueling sessions lasting up to 30 hours without sleep. Ecstasy, she said, was her lifeline, numbing the exhaustion and humiliation. Diddy controlled every aspect when she could eat, sleep, or take a break, pushing her to finish strong when she faltered. Jane's requests for condoms were met with dismissal or guilt trips. In one chilling moment, Diddy mouthed, "You better not ask for a fucking condom," though he later provided one only to walk out disinterested. After sex with escorts, Diddy allegedly had sex with Jane immediately, playing with bodily fluids before allowing her to shower, then repeating the cycle with up to 4 escorts in a single night. The physical and emotional toll was evident as Jane sobbed on the stand, her voice breaking under the weight of her memories. The most heart-wrenching moment came when Jane recounted her 2022 birthday in Miami. Expecting a romantic dinner with Diddy, she was blindsided by an escort waiting at their hotel. Hours of coerced sex followed, then 2 more escorts, Cabral and Dawn, through the night. Jane's tears flowed as she described feeling dehumanized, her special day twisted into a nightmare. She sent Diddy affectionate texts, post-freakoffs, including "I love you" to maintain the fantasy he demanded. But by September 2023, she'd had enough, texting him, "I don't want to play this role anymore. It's dark, sleazy. I feel like it's the only reason you have me around." A 9-minute audio played in court captured Diddy questioning Jane about not using protection with an escort named Dawn. Jane's fear of upsetting Diddy, anticipating agitation, disappointment, and consequences, underscored her testimony. She identified escorts: Paul, a personal trainer; Leo, nicknamed Italian; Michael, kind and attractive; and a bald, black, sweaty, smelly man she begged Diddy to exclude, but complied under pressure. Sheree Hayes, an exotic dancer and escort known as the Punisher, testified about a freak-off with Cassie and Diddy that paid him $800. Just 24 hours before his testimony, he learned he might appear in sex tapes shown to the jury, a revelation that stunned him. His phone was confiscated before the encounter, leading him to believe his privacy was protected. Now, fearing a circulating video, he plans to contact his prosecution-appointed attorney for clarity. Hayes, visibly shaken, expressed regret for his involvement, striving to reshape his narrative through his book, In Search of Freezer Meat, which was subpoenaed by the government. His testimony highlighted the collateral damage of Diddy's alleged schemes, ensnaring even those on the periphery. Jonathan Audi, one of 13 escorts allegedly involved with Cassie, offered a glimpse into the paranoia surrounding Diddy's inner circle. He secretly recorded a freak-off using a USB memory stick, capturing Cassie threatening him under Diddy's direction. Fearing for his safety, Audi texted Diddy, "If anything happens to me, I got evidence I've been with you," and signed a $5 million NDA to keep the recording under wraps. His account painted Diddy as a figure obsessed with control, wary of betrayal even from those he paid. Mia, a former assistant, described a workplace where Diddy's mood was a tyrant's scepter dictating every moment. She wasn't allowed to leave without permission or lock her bedroom door, unlike male staff with deadbolts, a rule Diddy justified with, "This is my house." In 2009 or 2010, Mia witnessed Cassie hiding behind a bush, crying after suitcases crashed from upstairs in Diddy's home. Later, she saw Diddy slam Cassie's head into a bed frame, her forehead gushing blood. Mia and another assistant, Deontay, intervened, fearing for Cassie's life, but Diddy ordered Mia to lie to a doctor, claiming Cassie was drunk and fell. On Diddy's Burning Man tour bus, Mia faced pressure to snort cocaine, Molly, or ketamine from plates laid out like a twisted buffet. She faked it, but Diddy caught her, cutting a line just for her. She saw him use MDMA, ketamine, and pills from a Louis Vuitton med bag stamped with smiley faces and X's, even before board meetings or TV appearances like the Chelsea Handler show. Mia's testimony took a darker turn as she alleged multiple non-consensual assaults by Diddy. At his 40th birthday party at the Plaza Hotel, 2 vodka shots left her disoriented. Diddy backed her against a kitchen wall, kissed her, and slipped his hand under her dress. She woke alone in a chair, unsure how she got there. In Los Angeles, Diddy assaulted her in an unlocked bunk bed room and later forced oral sex while she prepped his wardrobe. Sobbing, Mia described feeling like trash, scared, defeated. Tasked with spying on Cassie, relaying messages, and tracking her movements, Mia faced terrifying consequences for disobedience, a constant shadow over her work. Capricorn Clark, another assistant, recounted a 2011 ordeal involving missing jewelry, a diamond watch, bracelet, and necklace loaned from Jacob the jeweler. Diddy's bodyguard, Uncle Paulie Offord, described as a stoic, linebacker-like figure in blackout sunglasses, took her to a vacant building at 1710 Broadway. There, a chain-smoking man administering a lie detector test warned, "If you fail this test, they're going to throw you in the East River." Capricorn endured 5 days of inconclusive tests, returning to work afterward bound by an NDA and fear for her safety. The jewelry was never recovered. In December 2011, Diddy, armed with a gun, forced Capricorn to join him and security guard Ruben to Kid Cudi's house, shouting, "We're going to kill this Noir." Staying in the car, she warned Cassie via burner phone. Diddy chased Cudi's car but stopped when police lights flashed. He coerced Capricorn to call Cassie, threatening, "I'll kill all you motherfuckers unless Cudi cleared his name." After leaving Bad Boy, Capricorn lost her apartment, car, and benefits, with Diddy allegedly warning she'd never work again or kill herself. She returned in 2016 as Cassie's creative director, buying a burner phone to shield Cassie's texts about Cudi from Diddy's surveillance. Rapper Kid Cudi, who dated Cassie in 2011, testified about a morning when she called him at 5:30 a.m., panicked, saying Diddy had discovered their relationship. Cudi found his home violated, security cameras misaligned, Christmas gifts opened, his dog locked in a bathroom, now jittery and anxious. In February 2012, his Porsche 911 was firebombed, the roof slashed open for a Molotov cocktail. Photos shown in court revealed a charred driver's seat and blackened door. Cootie confronted Diddy, suspecting his involvement, but Diddy denied it, saying, "I don't know what you're talking about." At a Soho House meeting, Diddy stood like a Marvel supervillain, hands behind his back, eerily calm. Years later, Diddy apologized at Soho House with his daughter present, but Cootie, unconvinced, believed he was lying. The courtroom erupted in laughter at Cootie's vivid description, a rare moment of levity in the grim proceedings. Don Rashard, a friend of Cassie's, witnessed Diddy attack her with a frying pan, then threaten her career, snarling, "Where I come from, people go missing if they talk." His testimony underscored the culture of fear that allegedly permeated Diddy's inner circle, where silence was survival. In September 2016, Bonna awoke in Cassie's Los Angeles apartment to Diddy pounding on the door. Hiding her girlfriend in the bathroom, she stepped onto the balcony, pretending to smoke a joint. Diddy grabbed her under the armpits, hoisting her 100 to 115-pound frame onto the 17th-story railing for 10 to 15 seconds, yelling, "You know what the fuck you did?" Bonna, just 5 feet tall, braced against the waist-high railing, terrified of plummeting to the pavement. She had no clue what Diddy meant, shouting back in panic. He threw her into balcony furniture, leaving her shaken. Her demonstration in court, showing how Diddy lifted her, sent a shiver through the room. The courtroom itself became a stage for raw emotion. Jurors shifted uncomfortably during Cassie's urination testimony, one black male juror shaking his head at Diddy, a silent rebuke. Misa Hilton, mother of Diddy's son, fled the courtroom, unable to bear the details. Diddy shook his head when Cassie described applying baby oil to escorts, a curiously benign moment to dispute amid the torrent of allegations. Jurors viewed freakoff clips on private screens with earphones, leaving Sheree Hayes stunned to learn he might be featured, a betrayal of the privacy he thought was assured. Photographs of Cassie's 2011 bruises, Cutie's firebombed Porsche, and surveillance of Cassie fleeing barefoot bolstered the prosecution's case. The $20,000 demanded from Cassie's parents, wired via Bad Boy's bookkeeper, sparked questions of extortion, a thread tying Diddy's financial muscle to his alleged intimidation tactics. Staffers played a chilling role, preparing freak-off rooms with baby oil, condoms, and lube, while security guards like Uncle Paulie and Ruben enforced Diddy's orders, from polygraph tests to home invasions. The trial paused for Juneteenth, a brief respite in a saga that's gripped the globe. The prosecution's case paints Diddy as the architect of a criminal empire, wielding fear, drugs, and cash to silence his victims. With the defense poised to respond, the question looms. Can they unravel these explosive claims, or will more secrets spill into the open? This is the trial that's redefined celebrity scandal, where every testimony is a twist and the truth cuts like a blade. Stay tuned for the next chapter in the saga of Sean Diddy Combs. Don't miss a single moment of this electrifying trial. Subscribe to Trend Stars for exclusive updates, deep dives, and behind-the-scenes scoops on the biggest celebrity stories rocking the world. From Hollywood's glitz to its darkest secrets, we've got you covered with the hottest takes and unfiltered truth. Hit that subscribe button and join the Trend Stars community to stay ahead of the drama, because when it comes to stardom, we're your front row ticket.